We haven't talked much since you got here about just being back home, and I was curious. You're a guy who's made a lot of stops in a lot of places. You've been here a while now. Now you've been the defensive coordinator for a little while. How has that been, and how much are you enjoying just working for the Steelers?
It's been good. It's been in this a long time, and then to finally get a chance to come back home was kind of neat. I enjoy it. Get back up to Sharon every now and then and see my mom and see some people, my high school coach and people like that, and that's always great. A couple of my girls went to school in Pittsburgh. They came down. They went to Duquesne. So it's been really good getting back home, and it's kind of neat.
T.J. Watt is impactful, a defensive player. I think is out there. He's almost like a quarterback in terms of his significance. Is there a way to work around not having him, or is that just something that is going to be a deal breaker to a certain degree if he's not available?
Well, we know what he is, and that's right. But we want to be better if that scenario happens to us again and we lose him for any stretch of time. I've got to do a better job of getting guys in position to make some plays and doing some different things. And I think that was a good learning experience for us last year to see where we came up short and what we have to do better. So he's impactful. I want him on the field all the time, but I also have to be aware of when there's a chance that, because of how violent this game is, that he may miss a game, he may miss a series, he may miss sometimes, and we got to adapt. The things we learned, I don't want to tell you because I don't want to kind of give you the direction we may go, but I think we've bolstered ourselves, with the addition of Marcus, who's really good, and I think our young guys. I think Nick Herbig is going to help us because we have a couple guys we think can generate some pass rush, and I think that's really the thing that, when you talk about TJ, he impacts so many areas, but the one area that he really impacts is getting after the passer. And when you lose that, you've got to have somebody that can step up, and I think we've added to that this year. I think we may be a little bit better. Only time will tell, but I think we'll be a little bit better in that regard if we lose him if we have to go that route.
It looks like you're going to have a variety of ways to play teams using a variety of guys, particularly on the back end. Much more than these are the starters, this is the nickel, this is the dime. If that's true, is there a fine line between worrying about miscommunication on a defense?
No, I don't worry about that. I think if we put multiple groups out there to do different things, and it's our job to make sure they're taught well and they understand what the communication issues are, what has to be done, what has to be said, and so I don't worry about that one bit.
Grady had told us at minicamp the one area where they let the defense win, according to the rules, is the 5 yards at the line of scrimmage. Do you do more press man because of that? Because you seemingly have some guys who are more capable of it? What's your theory on how press man fits in today's defensive schemes?
It fits in if you have the guys to do it. And I think if you have those guys, then that's what you do. If you're not real comfortable in the press, then you don't work. You work around it. You try to work to your players' strengths. I think that we do have some guys that have the ability to get up on the line of scrimmage and work the line of scrimmage. And so we'll see how that plays out. But if you can disrupt receivers and if you can get them stopped before they get going, it helps you. And you mentioned the quarterbacks in our division. If we can, whatever extra we can give our rush time to get home, then that's going to help.